Recording live, no editing. TCG Forbidden Limited List Update. We are live on twitch.tv/Dkayed. We're going to be doing a $1,000 meme qualifier tournament. I'm going to be clapping cheeks with Infernoid, but you're not here for that. You're maybe here for $100. Like, subscribe, comment, and you'll be entered into a $100 giveaway. By the end of the week, we'll pin on the top comment who won. Make sure to check it out. Claim your $100. We give it to someone else. All right, the TCG Forbidden Limited List Update. Boom. Holy moly. Auroradon being banned. A lot of people think that Auroradon should possibly be banned in the Master Duel. OCG, TCG, Master Duel, 3 different formats. Auroradon is putting in a lot of work in the brand new Sword Soul deck. Sword Soul's loving it. But let's talk about the TCG though. Yeah, Sword Soul's also loving the Mecha Phantom Beast Auroradon. This is used alongside the Krishron Hauk play. All you got to do, it breaks the Krishron Hauk. You Krishron Hauk summon a machine tuner from your deck, then you make the Auroradon, and then you're popping off. That is a huge nerf to this. Now, Lion is banned in the TCG. So what the heck are they even summoning? What are they doing with the Auroradon play? Well, a very good play is that they're making Yazi. They're making Yazi with the 001 Despot from the deck. They're also going to be making the Herald of Arc Light. Herald of Arc Light is a big one. And we'll be going back to the Auroradon play because there's other cards that have to do with it. Now, to balance the Jet Synchron, that's why the Phantom Beast was banned. So they could bring back Jet Synchron from being banned because this was a big card that you would grab from the deck with your Krishron Hauk. And now that the Auroradon is banned, I guess they were okay with freeing up the Jet Synchron. So we'll talk more about this as it becomes more relevant with other changes. Meow freaking banned. Holy moly. This is already limited to 1 in the TCG. So if you're a Prank Kid player Master Duel, you're like, what the hell? It went from 3 to 1 to banned. Now, I have no information to support this evidence, but some people are saying that it's because this is another card that's going to make the Prank Kids a bit more broken. I couldn't find any Japanese deck lists using this, but essentially, this would counter Ash Blossom completely. You would be able to make a Meow and activate your Prank Kid in the graveyard, and they cannot respond with Ash Blossom because that's the card says. You can't respond to the summon. The Link Summon cannot be negated, and the Link Summon cannot be responded to, so it completely counters Ash Blossom. And it also has some good recycling effect where, let's say your Dooley-Doo or your Meow in some way gets destroyed, you could add a Prank Kid in the graveyard back to the hand or return the Link back into the extra deck. I'm not so sure about that, but let's talk about what else is good with the Prank Kids moving on into the Anaconda. I'll be showing deck lists of this and the relevance of this. Anaconda is banned in OCG also. Now banned in TCG. Being abused in Master Duel to summon the DPE. DPE is too good right now. Being abused by Anaconda. Every deck can play this. Now, Japan was banning Fusion Destiny, and then they unbanned it to ban Anaconda. So is this something that's inevitable? If we have something banned in OCG, banned in TCG, will it now be banned in Master Duel soon? Possibly. Very likely, I think so. I do think there's something that you really need to consider with the TCG and OCG ban list. I think more so the TCG tries to protect your investment. And the biggest surprise with this ban list, I'm just going to spoil it right now, they did not touch the Adventure Engine. The Adventure Engine in Japan, they semi-limited the Water Enchantress and the Rite of Arazmir. I pronounce it perfectly. Now, that wasn't enough. The next ban list, they then limited it to 1. Limited to 1, limited to 1. Both of these are limited to freaking 1 because limiting it to 2 was not enough. So I think that TCG players thought that this would happen. So if you look at the trends of the price of Water Enchantress, I know that Branded Despia has been doing very well. That could be another reason. I think the price of the card started dipping because people are expecting that it was going to at least get semi-limited, at least get limited. So I would not be surprised if the price of these cards go back up because people were expecting the ban list to hit them. Now, did they not hit it because that's best for the balance of the game? Or did they do it because they were protecting TCG players' investment? You tell me, because this is, I think, what, like a $300 package? You need 3 of them? Holy shite. 58, did it already jump? Yeah, like it literally already jumped. It was $40 and now it's 58. So exactly what I said. Oh my, is this, I'm reading this correctly, right? It was literally 45. They both jumped by like $20 because the ban list was announced. So people were expecting this to happen. Damn, that's crazy. All right, well, let's move on to more changes. Jet Synchron, it was banned. Now it is limited. We have it unlimited in Master Duel, and the impact on Master Duel is not so strong. It's not doing anything. It's not being used in a top tier deck. These are the decks that are using it. Here is a deckless example using it. It's been crap in Master Duel, but it's very good in OCG, especially when they get the Cupid Pitch. Cupid Pitch is going to make the Jet Synchron much better in Master Duel, which we'll be getting in the next box set. But again, they hit the Auroradon, so they brought back the Jet Synchron. Let me take a drink because there's no editing. All right, moving on. This card was banned. This card searches for a Performapal. You could add a level 4 or lower Performapal from your deck to your hand, and it was freaking banned. I don't have any recollection or know of when this was abused. I tried looking it up on a website, and nothing came up. No search results. So was this broken back in the day? Was Performapal tier 0, tier 1? Okay, crazy. Now limited to 1. Will that be a big impact? Did it go from 3 to banned? You tell me. It was Pepe. Pepe was top tier. I remember hearing Pepe. Red Rose Dragon. Oh my. This is a very good card that's used with Rose Tenyi and will soon be used in Adventure Rose Tenyi. So when we get the Adventure engine with the Red Rose, let me show you some fields that this can make. So for example, thank you to this channel, Top Tier Yu-Gi-Oh! You have an Ashuna or a Vishuda that could make your level 10 Synchro, but this combos with Ashuna. You special summon, normal summon the Red Rose, and then your ending field looks like this. Hey, look, the banned Auroradon plus the Red Rose limited to 1 makes this field. Okay, well, it's another field. This one is with the Adventure spell plus a Red Rose Dragon ending field. Very similar. Same thing. So that is what this was capable of doing. All right, let's look at more changes. Yata freaking Garasu. Yata-Garasu. Holy moly. What is Konami doing? Why would they do this? If this works, it's too toxic to exist. This is an auto win if you attack directly and your opponent has no play, because then they draw for their turn nothing. They skip their draw phase. And then on your turn, you can't deal with this tiny bird because it goes back to their hand. So this bird back in the day, back in my day, this is like 2004, Yata-Garasu was played with Delinquent Duo. You would discard 2 cards in your opponent's hand. You would confiscate your opponent's hand, discard a card. You would Forceful Sentry, return a card back into the deck. You'd play Drop Off. Where Drop Off? How we spell drop? There we go. They draw for their turn, they discard. And then we also have, what's the dude with the swords? Discard a card from hand. What's his hand? What's his name? Help me out, chat. So the Yata-Garasu was all about hand control. Don Zalug. This was a world champion deck. When this inflicts battle damage, discard a random card from their hand. And to make this even more consistent, you'd play Mystic freaking Tomato. Mystic Tomato, destroy by battle, summon Don Zalug. I could not believe it. That was a world champion deck. The grand finals was Yata-Garasu versus Yata-Garasu. Okay. And to make this even more broken, we have the freaking Time Seal. Skip the draw phase of the opponent's next turn. Floanderiz does it so much more consistently, easily. What do you mean this card's been banned? What are you talking about? The Floanderiz, what are you talking about? Time Seal. Skip the draw phase of your opponent's next turn. So in addition to Yatagurusu, the time seal is going to be skipping the draw phase. Are they trying to make this a legit? I mean, it's only limited to one. Okay, not that big of a deal. All right, Yata-Garasu. Okay, great. Now, Crystron Hulk, limited to one. It's already limited to one in Master Duel, and some people were playing more than one Crystron Hulk. If the Crystron Hulk gets Ash Blossomed and fails, then you have next turn to do it again. Okay, and they don't want you to do that. But what is Crystron Hulk going to be doing without Auroradon? It's going to be quite interesting. Crystron Hulk without Auroradon. We're going to see what kind of plays happens off of that, though, because they were connected. Shooting Riser Dragon. This card was also very good, used with the Crystron Hulk and Auroradon combo play. This card could help send a Snow from your deck to the graveyard. And you can't summon Snow that turn, but then you Snow during your opponent's turn, flip a card on the field face down. So giving you extra disruption. They're just limited to one. Change of freaking heart. Target one monster your opponent controls. Take control of it until the end phase. Face down, face up. It does not matter. Take control. Attack with it. Synchro with it. Tribute it. Link it off. Exceed with it. Absolutely no restriction whatsoever. And for context, a card that is so good that it's been on the ban list for a long time, at least when I was playing, is Mind Control. When Mind Control was basically Change of Heart, but with so much more restrictions. You take control of the monster, you cannot declare an attack or tribute that monster, and instead, here you go, limited to one, Change of Heart. Will this be in every deck? You know, it's not going to help you turn one, obviously. It's not going to be extra protection, but for turn two, this will at minimum, if it's not in your main deck, it will be in your side deck, right? 100%. You know you're going to go second if you lose game one. Why would you not put Change of Heart in? Holy moly. Nuts. We already talked about the time seal. Now, the True Draco fighter was limited to one, now semi-limited. They recently unlimited skill drain. I guess they're trying to bring back True Draco for TCG. They want it to be a playable deck. Despite how much you hate True Draco, game developers on purpose, I know this from my experience, they like having a villain deck. They like to have a deck where the community could unite behind to attack and be angry with, and then they like having some players like to go the Sigma Life Grind style. They're going to play the villain deck. They like playing the villain. If you know of League of Legends, people would play Teemo being the villain, and everyone would love to hate Teemo, right? That's what this is. Semi-limiting Ben 10. Okay, they want to help out the Drytrons. If we look at the ban list for Drytrons right now, what is the effect right now? We're going to Control F Ava. Ava is banned. And now the limited to one Cyber Angel Ben 10 is now going to go semi-limited. Okay, that's going to, I guess, be a bit of a boost for the Drytron deck type. Now they don't have Ben 10. If we look at the ratios for Drytron right now, well, they were playing it at 3 when they were playing it, and it did recently get limited to 1 in Master Duel. So I'm assuming they will want to play it at max copies at 2 in TCG. Now Tenki, newly semi-limited. I think Tenki was limited to 1. I know Pot of D was. Pot of Desires was being played at 3. I know the Sword Soul top tier deck was playing it at 3. Then it got limited to freaking 1. Now semi-limited. That's nice. Tenki, I believe, was limited to 1. Let me double check that. Let's see. Tenki. Semi-limited Tenki. Wait, I guess this is showing the new change. Let's look at here. Tenki. Tenki was limited to 1. Now semi-limited. Okay, so that will help out the Tri-Brigade decks and everyone else who likes playing Tenki. What other decks that like playing Tenki? If you're not a fool that's playing just Tri-Brigade, maybe you want to play Ancient Warriors and maybe you want to play Lunalight, and you thought unfairly that your card was hit because of freaking Tri-Brigade. Zodiac Tri-Brigade, Leerlust Tri-Brigade. Now, what else is good? The Trickster Light Stage. I'm not going to pretend like I know how this deck works. All I know is that I've been seeing a ton of videos of this deck, one-turn killing, just burning your opponent to death. it burns you so badly that even after your life points hit 0 in Master Duel, the deck keeps burning you. It keeps on triggering burn, 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 burn. So why would they want a burn deck to be even better? I guess same thing with True Draco. It's a villain deck. It is in the villain deck category, a deck that I think the majority of the community would unite against not wanting to be a good deck. You tell me if I'm wrong on that. Now, Wall of Revealing Light. Activate by paying any multiples of 1,000 life. Monsters your opponent control cannot attack if their attack is less than or equal to the amount you paid. What is up with the Wall of Revealing Light? Wall of Revealing Light was limited, now semi-limited. I don't think it's had any impact on the meta whatsoever. I can't really give commentary on that. If I search this for any tournament decks that were using it, no decks found, nothing. Okay, so that doesn't really mean anything. Night Assailant has got a card change. You no longer cannot infinitely recycle itself. So they're like, all right, it's fine. You could target a flip monster from the graveyard, accept this card, return it to the hand. They change the text of the card, so now the ban list is reflecting that you're allowed to use it more than one copy. Trushilla. As far as I know, Trushilla has not having an impact on the meta, so unlimiting it, sure. Will it change anything? You tell me, what's going to be enabling the Trushilla in TCG? What was holding it back from? Mermail Atlantean? I don't think so. Dino's not really using it. It's barely doing anything in Master Duel. Also barely doing anything. Yeah, just barely doing anything. So I don't think it's going to do much at now being unlimited. And forgive me for tripping up a bit. I just woke up. I'm quite tired. Mirage Stalio. Salamangreat. How many hits are on the Salamangreat deck and now this being unlimited? Is that going to be a big deal? Mirage Stalio, what did it go from? I mean, don't we already play one? What does this being unlimited even do? What the hell? Let's check out Control F Salamangreat. The Gazelle is limited. And what the heck? What was with the Mirage Stalio? It was limited for no reason. Okay. Whatever. And Salamangreat Circle. So we got some buffs to the Salamangreat deck. I think that the TCG developers, they're playing Master Duel. They're seeing that, hey, Salamangreat's not that great in Master Duel. Why not? Let's take this off the ban list for no freaking reason. It was really there at the moment. And Circle, let's take that off also. Because in Master Duel, that's how it is. And it's not really having that big of an impact. And then Heroes. Yeah, again, they're probably playing Master Duel and seeing that Heroes aren't really doing much and on top of their internal testing, how much you believe they actually internally test their game. But they could see that Hero Lives in Master Duel being unlimited is not having a massive impact on the meta. It's not a huge freaking change. And Scapegoat being unlimited, no one's really using Scapegoat. Who the heck's using Scapegoat? 89% not using it in Paleo Frog, which is the deck that is actually freaking uses. It's being used in stall decks, some cheesy decks. Look at this freaking Trickstar deck that's using it. You what, mate? Now, let's look at the impact of this ban list. Let's look at some of my tabs. And let's see, what did I have here? We were talking about Ben 10. We were talking about the Tenki. Talking about Trushilla. We're talking about the Auroradon. Auroradon being used in so many freaking decks. Look at that. Look at the stats on this. Nuts. Zephyr loves it. Moving on to the Jet Synchron. Moving on to the Adventure Engine not being hit. That's a big freaking deal. Into the Vrains is why people say the Meow is another reason why it was banned. And we look at top decks. Here is a top Prank Kid deck that was using Meow. And now it is banned. So that is huge. The Adventure Engine with the Prank Kids, that's a big deal. Here's another Prank Kid deck that did well in a tournament. That will now, so now you get to see what was essentially banned. They didn't think this deck was good to have in the meta. So now the Meow is banned. What else is good here? Here is the Red Rose being abused at 3. Red Rose with the 10 Ys, Red Rose with the Adventure. I already showed you the combos with that. There into that, this into that. What else we got here? We talked about the Adventures. Now, a big thing I want to talk about is that the first place deck of the last YCS did not really get hit. It was not using the Adventure Engine, and the Adventure Engine didn't get hit anyway. It is using Anaconda, though. Even though I don't think Anaconda was that big of a play, because I have been playing this deck. It's not even using Anaconda. I don't see Anaconda here, right? What the hell? So the The first place deck of the last YCS, not even touched by the ban list, which is the brand new Branded Despia. And then another YCS, or a second place of that YCS, this deck did get hit. The Anaconda got hit. This was abusing the DPE with Anaconda. I did make a video about this combo where you make DPE and hit the Scythe. So this is a big nerf to the Artifact Scythe, locking you out of your extra deck. That is a big deal. So good job to that. This was second place deck. This got hit big time. And we got a top 10 Yi Sword Soul in TCG. This got top 4, YCS Guadalajara. This is a big hit because of the Auroradon play, which was really consistent with the deck. Was able to make the Yazi. You pop the Yazi, then summon Ataya, and you pop off from there. We're doing that play in Master Duel right now. We know fully that play. Moving on, what else was hit? This was a top 8 deck. This is Adventure Branded Despia, not really hit besides the Anaconda. If it is playing it, Anaconda. Was it playing the DPE? I don't see the DPE. No Fusion Destiny. Moving on. First place of the YCS before the last YCS, April 24th, Bogota, did not get hit. No hit on the first place. I can't believe that. Last 2 YCSs, the ban list is not even affecting them. If they're teching an Anaconda or not, not really. Nope, I don't see Anaconda. No hit to this deck. That is nuts. I can't believe back-to-back YCS is getting first place and none of them getting hit by the ban list. I think that's unheard of, right? When has that ever happened? But before the Branded Despia came out, this is an example of a Prank Kid deck that got first place that definitely got hit big time. This deck got annihilated. Meow is gone. The Anaconda with the Fusion Destiny play is gone. That's a big, big deal. So did they create the ban list based off of this YCS and then they just delayed it to release it now? Because that's weird. It's like an outdated ban list if you go off of YCS history, because the last 2 #1 decks untouched, not that they should be touched because they are brand new. I do understand that. But this is crazy because this hasn't been having as much of an impact now that Branded Despia is here. Yet it got hit massively. All right, there you go. That is the ban list. Let me know what you like and don't like. We're going to have better coverage on our website in addition to releasing a TCG website myself, because honestly, I think the TCG coverage for the game is horrible. It's horrible. And I want to change that because I hate that I have to be bouncing around to 20 different tabs and different websites and I'm getting all mixed up and what happened here, what happened there. I absolutely hate it. So I will be making it a priority to give really good TCG coverage so that you can see a ban list and know exactly what the impact was, what a tier list is, what's been doing well in the YCS. I don't want to be jumping to Facebooks and Twitters and going underground. No, that's trash. So I will be fixing that. I swear on me, mom. We out. Thank you very much. I'm live on twitch.tv/Dkayed. Thank you very much. Good night. Goodbye. And for all the people that say, oh, Dkayed knows nothing about the TCG, I've been playing a lot of TCG, Branded Despia. I've been playing Adventure Despia on TCG simulators a lot. But unfortunately, in my local areas, TCG is dead. I would play if I could, but I can't. There's no one around. I'm not playing remote duel, mate. My camera's too good for that. No, you don't want to play. Get out of here. Goodbye. Good night. We're on Twitch. Thank you.